VLOOKUP has been a standard lookup formula for decades, while XLOOKUP is the newer and more flexible option. In this lesson, we'll compare them with the same data, insert a column to expose a realistic VLOOKUP problem, then test a leftward lookup and a missing value. First, I'll clear the demo area and give this spreadsheet a descriptive name. Now let's build the small catalog used throughout the comparison. The 4 columns are product ID, product name, price, and stock. The 5 rows give us stable lookup keys, including P103 with a price of 34.5 and P104 with a price of 59.99. Keeping the dataset small makes every formula reference and every returned value easy to verify on screen. Let's look up the price of P103 two ways. Select F2, and type P103 as the search key we'll reuse for both formulas. In G2, type =VLOOKUP, then F2, A2 through D6, 3 for the third column, false for an exact match, close parentheses. Press Enter, and it correctly returns 34.5. Now in H2, type =lookup, then F2, A2 through A6 as the range to search, C2 through C6 as the range to return from, close parentheses. Press Enter, and it also returns 34.5. Same result, but notice lookup took 2 separate ranges instead of counting to column 3. Now let's do something completely ordinary. Insert a new category column into the catalog, right before price. Use the name box to select the entire C column, then press Ctrl-Alt= to insert a column to its left. Price and stock shift 1 column to the right, and our lookup block shifts right too. Add the category heading and fill the 5 category values. Now select H2, the shifted VLOOKUP result. Instead of the price, it returns accessories. It didn't error out, it silently returned the wrong field because the hard-coded 3 still means the third column of the lookup range, which is now category. Select I2, the shifted lookup result. It still shows 34.5 because Sheets automatically updated its price return range from C2 through C6 to D2 through D6. To repair VLOOKUP, edit H2 and change its index from 3 to 4. The correct price returns, but that manual repair is exactly the maintenance lookup avoided. Here's something XLOOKUP can do directly that plain VLOOKUP cannot: search 1 column and return a value from a column to its left. Price now lives in column D, while product ID is in column A. Create a small lookup area in G4 through H5, label G4 search price, enter 59.99 in G5, and label H4 returned ID. In H5, type =lookup, then G5, D2 through D6 as the range to search, A2 through A6 as the range to return from, close parentheses. Press Enter, and it returns P104, the ID of the product priced at 59.99. Plain VLOOKUP requires its search column to be the first column of its lookup range, so it cannot perform this leftward return directly without restructuring the lookup range or using another technique. What happens when the thing you're looking for isn't there? Build one final comparison in G7 through I8. Add the headings missing ID, VLOOKUP error, and XLOOKUP fallback, then enter P999 in G8. In H8, type =IFERROR, then VLOOKUP of G8, A2 through E6, 4 for the price column, false, close the VLOOKUP, not found in quotes, close IFERROR. Press Enter, and it shows not found, but only because we wrapped VLOOKUP in IFERROR. Plain VLOOKUP alone would show a raw #n/a error. In I8, type =lookup, then G8, A2 through A6, D2 through D6, not found in quotes, close parentheses. It shows the same clean message using XLOOKUP's built-in 4th argument, with no separate error-catching formula. Let's recap. For a simple, stable lookup, VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP give you the same answer. The real difference showed up the moment we inserted a column. VLOOKUP's numeric index didn't move, so it returned category instead of price until we manually changed 3 to 4. XLOOKUP's cell range reference adjusted automatically and kept working without an edit. XLOOKUP can also return a value from a column to the left directly, while plain VLOOKUP requires the search column to come first in its range. XLOOKUP handles a missing result with one built-in argument instead of a separate IFERROR wrapper. If your spreadsheet's columns may change, XLOOKUP is usually the safer default. In the next lesson, we'll look at index and match, the classic alternative that solves some of these same VLOOKUP problems in an older, still widely used way.